walk around any inner city today and it can be a bit more like concrete jungle than green landscape. And then you come across a great piece of wall art like this and everything can change with a bit of inspiration and skill. Now there's a lot of art like this around this part of town, but what I've come to see, they don't use a paintbrush. I'm on a walking tour to discover some really great Verge gardens. That's these little mini gardens between the footpath and the curb and guttering. Now, the rule of thumb for plants on a Verge garden is the same as in any garden. You might need a piece of paper and a pen to jot these down. There's quite a few of them because plant selection is really dependent on location and location. Out in full sun, you would go for lavender down the bottom, perfume, flowers, and really tough. At the back, a bottle brush called Scarlet Flame, really dense, and in spring will have great flowers. Behind that, the Morea. The plant that really is impressing me is not only taking full sun and car fumes, it's Nandina Gulfstream. Relatively new, but very hardy. On the other side of the road, there's even more. How about this large-leafed alternanthera? Looks purple all year round, so fabulous annual performance. And look at the verbena growing through the lavender. So when the lavender's not flowering, the verbena is. Now, on the shady side of the street, these are the things you should look out for. The scene tends to be a bit more lush green. We've got bird's nest ferns, these fabulous Xanadu philodendron, but there are heaps of flowers that'll take the shade. Even the big red geranium. Look at the clivia looking fantastic. The liriop's in full flower. But if your choice is a bit more Aussie native, how about a bush garden filled with grevilleas? The great thing about Verge gardens is that everybody can share in the streetscape experience. Look at the church here in the corner. It has its potted poinsettias, and then around the corner, of course, the mandevillas spilling through the fence out onto the footpath. When the Verge gardens are left to council, they tend to be fairly similar. But when it's left up to the home gardener, that's when you get something unique and creative. Here we've started out with some ginger, mother-in-law's tongue and some beautiful coleus. And then it moves on to a huge bed of bromeliads. And then they've grown up into the trunks of the Aussie paperbark. Now that's what I call different and really attractive. Imagine how beautiful and creative it would be if the whole street took on this really fantastic theme. Affectionately known as Cat Alley, every square inch or centimetre is a work of art created by a very dedicated and committed group of gardeners. Claudette, your entire house is covered with greenery and beautiful flowers. When did you create this garden?
Oh, we stuck up in 1980, 83.
Right.
And then it just grew and grew and grew and grew, as you could see.
Now, this laneway has been here for a long time.
That's right.
What's the sort of history?
The workman cottages.
Workman's cottages.
One bedroom.
Right, right.
Well, basically, when I bought in 1979, it was just a completely plantless street. And then it basically snowballed on from there that people donated things and it just got bigger and bigger, and then new tenants would arrive in and they'd do a little bit more.
Yes.
And so after something like 30 years, this is the end result.
Right.
It's beautiful. It's home. As soon as you walk down the street, you feel like you're home and you're safe.
How long have you been here creating your garden?
25 years.
25? Oh,
Yeah.
that's a while.
Yeah, it is a while. It's a long time, yeah?
Well, look at these petunias. They're spilling out into the gutter. They're spectacular.
To be honest, we bought this house because of the street. Because for this reason we bought this house 3 years ago.
Right, 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
There's also a community here, though, isn't there?
Yeah, they are fantastic people. We are like a family. We love each other. We look after each other.
Yeah. if anything we've shown you in this story has inspired you to give it a go, talk to your local neighbour and your council and get started.